Okay, so this is the second part of the tutorial video. If you never watched the first part, you should watch that first. So this is section B. The first question. Which of the following is a microeconomics question? The word micro. Something small scale. So what corner should a firm? Okay, so I already know this is the answer, right? A firm is a business, falls under micro. If you look at everything, this is a country, so no grants should increase. This is a whole population. Inflation rate, the whole population was decreased in China country. Okay, so obviously the answer will be A. Now looking at the next question, which of the following does not describe the factors of production? So the factors of production is SEL. Okay, so this is my acronym. SEL. C stands for capital, E stands for entrepreneurship, L stands for labor, and the other L stands for labor, land. Okay, so land, labor, entrepreneurship, capital. So which is not described in fact? Okay, so a cold drink company hires students, that's labor, so that's correct. UKZN builds a new lecture block, that's land, that's correct. The government hires 500, so hires is obviously going to be employing people, so that's labor. So you also starts more advanced machinery, that's capital. So capital is your buildings, your machinery, all that. So all so far correct. So an individual buys 100 shares, absolutely not. So this is the answer. Because remember, this is finance. Some people might think it's capital because of accounting. That's not okay. When you look at economics, we don't link finance to capital. Capital is more like resources, like your equipment, your buildings. It's not a monetary value. Okay. Now, opportunity cost. I told you, opportunity cost means something that you have to give up to do something. If you have an apple in one hand, orange in one hand, you choose the apple. The other one, which is the orange, will be the opportunity cost. Okay, so the best now this is a little bit tricky question because I'm looking at C and D and they look very similar. Because the value of the best alternative given up on a choice is made. I mean that's correct, but also this can fall part of it. Because what your time is lost even when this choice is made. So like it makes sense. But what I'll do, like I wouldn't put these questions in because it confuses, but I will only say it's D. If you think about it, the value of time loss or choice made, that's fine. But what about your time, your resources, the planning? So there's so much more, but you only got time there. So that's why I'll say it's only D, because D summarizes everything, every single thing. Okay. Now the next one, number 4. Which one following is the example of fallacy of composition? I told you what's the meaning of fallacy of composition. Assuming one thing with regards to someone and then putting it in a whole population. For example, if 10 people in a school did math lit and they're dumb, doesn't mean that every math lit student in the world is dumb. Okay, so when you do that, that's fallacy of composition, your assumption. Now looking at it, I will say it's C, right? Because think about it. So basically this cell phone company basically increased profits by introducing a new product. So now all these businesses did the same thing, but they earned lower profit. So what these businesses said, okay, this business is doing very, very well because they introduced a new feature, a new product. So let's do the same, because if they did it, we will do it and we'll be also successful. But what happened? They did that now about so many businesses did that. There was too many competition, too many cell phones in the market. It went down, right? They never make any profit. So do not assume something, okay? If that business did well, okay, maybe they did well, but it doesn't mean we will do well. If we go into the same business and do the exact same thing, we may not succeed, okay? The next question, number 5. What is the following statement regarding the post hoc facility fallacy is correct? So post hoc fallacy, meaning something happened because of something else. So B happened because of A. So you cannot say because the rooster crowed. Oh, is that the word crowed? I'm not sure, but because of the rooster crowed, the sun rise. So if the sun rise, it's not because the rooster crowed. You cannot assume the sun rise because of the rooster crowed. Okay. Now looking at this, it's let's see. Oh, this one B, perfect. Because think about it. because you hired a new manager and then after that your business suffered a loss, it doesn't mean it was because of the manager, okay? You suffered a loss because you did, okay, it makes sense because there's a new manager involved, but not, it doesn't always happen, that's true, right? Maybe something else that you can't just assume, but we will obviously assume that if we're not in the business, we'll assume, okay, they hired a new manager, of course, because the sales are so bad, the sales, because of that, but you cannot say that, you cannot say B is the effect of A. You cannot do that. So that's post hoc. Now, number 6, consider the following statements, which can be considered a positive statement. I told you, positive statement can be tested. It can be tested, okay? You get a nominal statement which can't be tested. It's an opinion, but it's a positive statement. Employment rate is too low. That can be tested, so that's correct. You can go out and see how many people got jobs, how many don't. Firms buy factors of product in the factor market. We can do that, okay? We can go to all these businesses and look at their books. We can see, like, do they do this? The government should spend. Keyword should. That's opinion. As soon as you see the word should, may, think, opinion. Now, should spend more money on government grants. I mean, that's an opinion to you, right? Somebody is saying that's an opinion. That's nominal, so it's not that. So it's I and 2. So its answer is B, okay? B. Number 7. Which of the following statements is correct? Okay, cutting no the most. Okay, so I think it's C. Yeah, it's C. The skills and knowledge of workers is called human capital. Okay, what the employees bring, they bring skills and knowledge, human capital. So that's the answer. I assume you offered a job at a soccer match on Saturday. You're paid 150 Rand per hour for 5 hours. So total that'd be 150 times 5, 550 times 5. So 750. So basically, if you went for a job, right, you would have gotten 750. But then your friend, which you shouldn't do this, decided not to work and okay you. So they drove down, and this is the cost to your friend. Now it's a trick question, right? Everything over here on the right, over here, it's you don't need it, right? You actually don't need it. Now the answer would be 750, will be only this 150 times 5. Because think about it, opportunity cost is what you're losing. What like is your something which you picked, which now it's not there. So first of all, you had a job, right? You should have went to the job, but now you went to a friend. Okay, so you went to the friend. So this is the opportunity cost, right? Because the thing you left out between two choices. So obviously in this job, what you missed it out on is this 750. Therefore, this is the opportunity cost. What's the cost of you that thing which you missed? Okay. In the above figure, the slope across the arc between B and C is that. So draw this, right? Every time you get this draw, the slope across the arc B and C. This is an arc B and C. A slope across the arc, a slope. So draw a slope. B. Okay, it's obviously not a straight line, but it should be a straight line. So B and C is a slope. Now to measure this, the slope over here, which is the gradient, it's the differences in y over differences in x, right? So it's a gradient of a straight line. You should have done this in school. Now C over here, it's the coordinates is 6 and 8. We look at this x-axis first, then the y-axis. 6 and 8. B over here, we look at it, it's 3. So x is 3 and y is 5. Okay. Alright, perfect. So the differences in y. This is x, this is y, this x, this is y. Differences in y means so 8 minus 5 over differences in x, 6 minus 3. Now, if you're going to work it out, 8 minus 5 is 3, 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 over 3 is equals to 1. Okay? 1. So, answer is A. Next question. With reference to the above figure, which of the following statement is correct? So first, curve G shows a negative. No, that's a positive because it looks like a tick. Tick is positive and this tick is negative. So if you look at the shape, if you look at something that is positive, look at something that is negative. So obviously G is positive, it's not negative. X shows an inverse relationship. H, no, H shows that there is no relationship, so you're not inverse. F shows that there's a positive relationship. F, no, it's negative. See, it looks like that. No, wait, sorry. That tick, right? Wait, sorry. Okay, ignore that. It's supposed to go like this. Wait, why I'm doing that? Okay, so this tick's supposed to look like, yeah, there we go. That's a minus. So if you look at this, it's a minus. Look at that, it's a positive. So if you look at F, right, it's going something like this. So it's obviously a negative. I show the direct relationship between investment in goods. I show that there's a direct relationship. Yeah, it does show there's a relationship between investment capital goods and economic growth. So yeah, the answer is D, because I does show that there's a relationship, right? It does, because it's a constant slope, so there's a relationship. If it was H, it would be no relationship. But if it was, but it can be any letter besides H will be a relationship, right? So that's correct. Okay, so that's it. So this is a very, very good summary of everything we did in economics so far. Make sure you do it, and yeah, that's it.